Welcome back to my series of Marvel film reviews. I am basically going to be reviewing pretty much all of the Marvel MCU films leading up to Infinity War in about a few months. Next is Iron Man 2, directed by Jon Favreau once again, with Robert Downey Jr. returning as the superhero. The film is set 6 months after the first one. Tony Stark is resisting calls by the government to hand over his Iron Man suit, but at the same time he notices that his health is declining from his arc reactor. It's a very mysterious type of pain or some type of injury that's making him slowly die, I guess. Meanwhile, Mickey Rourke's character Ivan Vanko develops the same technology to pursue his vendetta, his revenge against the Stark family. Now, exactly like everyone else, I was very excited about this film because the hype that was after the first one, the expectations were very, very high. And I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was a great, fantastic superhero film, a great introduction for the MCU universe. Was this film good? It's a good film, yeah. Was it as good as the first one? Nope, not at all. Absolutely not. It pretty much, compare it to the first one, it fell flat on its face. Yes, it really did. But you can definitely enjoy this film nonetheless. It's safe to not have your hopes too high because it's a sequel and they always sort of mess up in the sequel most of the time. I gotta say, I enjoyed this film. You know, it's not as good as the first one, obviously not as good as the first one, but I enjoyed the action sequences. Robert Downey Jr. once again is fantastic as Iron Man. So Don Cheadle replaced Terrence Howard as Rhodey. I did not mind that, I really didn't. I mean, I found it weird, but at the same time, because of the replacement, I didn't seem to care much about his character, because if it was Terrence Howard and he was saying all these things about Tony Stark and his ego getting in the way of everything, then yeah, it would have a lot of impact towards the film. But because it was a different actor, you know, it sort of fell flat. But at the same time, definitely Don Cheadle does improve a lot in the next few films. But in this film, I still liked him. I thought he was a likable character. Mickey Rourke did a good job as well. I'm not a fan of him as a villain. I mean, I thought that the Whiplash character was pretty cool. You know, the action sequences and really just beating up Tony Stark, I mean, Iron Man, was really cool. It's just him as a character behind all that action. I just really didn't buy it. I was not interested at all. It just seemed very underdeveloped, and that disappointed me quite a bit. Sam Rockwell is a fantastic actor. He is phenomenal. You know, go watch his films, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's so good in this film. He was really, really funny as well. I really enjoy when he was frustrated, I guess, because he plays this corporate villain. He's like an evil Tony Stark. He's trying to build some suits as well, some armor as well. Same thing like Tony Stark did. Gets the help of Ivan as well, Mickey Rourke's character, and it's just when Rourke's character does not do what he's told by Sam Rockwell's character, it's just so funny to see him flip out. It's really amusing. I don't know, call me evil, but yeah, I don't know, I just found it quite funny. I feel like the whole plot was just very convoluted. It was all over the place, many storylines everywhere. The only thing I loved was, I mean, one of the many scenes that I really liked was when Tony Stark is trying to develop this element, trying to find this new element, and he's trying to develop it to fix his arc reactor. I found that part really, really, really touching because he used the words of his father when he was watching a tape or a video of some sort, and that sort of motivated him to, you know, make that sort of change. So I found that really, really touching. It had a lot of heart in it. My favorite Easter egg was this.
What's this doing here?
That's it. Bring this to me.
You know what this is?
It's exactly what I need to make this work. Lift the coil. Go. Put your knees in it. There you go. And drop it. Perfectly level. I'm busy. What do you want?
I just found that so hilarious that he just uses it. I mean, he becomes all serious stuff, saying that's perfect, yeah, that's perfect, bring it here, and then just uses it as a stand. I loved that. I loved it. Classic Tony Stark. The first film, it felt like its own film. Iron Man, the first one, was a fantastic film because it did not lead to anything apart from the end credit scene. Apart from that, the film was its own film. It did not rely on anything else. It did not rely on a build up towards something even bigger, even though it was. That's how it felt like. This one, it absolutely does. It has too many characters, too many storylines. It's all over the place. And I feel like if you take this film away from the Marvel MCU timeline, it really wouldn't have that much impact because it just... I like this film, I just don't think it was that important. That's what I think. And I feel like that's why I found this film disappointing. Scarlett Johansson is also introduced in this character as the Black Widow. She's really cool. She beats the hell out of people and it's so cool to watch, but that's it. Just because I like people beating the hell out of each other, or specifically someone beating up somebody, does not mean I care about it. That's the thing. There was too many characters that I just did not really care about most of them. And that's the sad thing. But fear not, because in the future films they fixed that massively. Yes, quite a bit. And I was very, very happy to see that. But still, this film obviously quite let me down. Guys, overall, I liked Iron Man 2. I thought it was a fun, enjoyable film, but nowhere near as good as the first one. I just feel like Downey is once again great, but the plot and characters is where it just falls down quite a bit. And there we go. I'm going to give Iron Man 2 a 3.5 out of 5 stars. There are lead-ups towards the next few films, especially the end credit scene. I'm sure you guys have seen this film, but obviously we are on this journey towards the climax of Infinity War. But anyway, the next film is 4, and this has been me. So subscribe, check out Iron Man, check out Captain America the First Avenger, my thoughts about that, and look forward to some more, and I'll see you guys very soon. Subscribe and have a nice day.